All right, let's try this thing again. I think I was getting some delays. I got a couple of phone calls. I apologize. But anyway, I wanted to share a quick story with you guys. This is something that really riveted my soul. It's a couple of things that have happened just in the community and a couple of different communities here over the last few days. What's going on, Mark? Guys, if you can hear me okay, please give me a like. Please give me a love. Please shout me out. Please shoot me over a share. Share this message out. I promise it's going to help not only you, but so many people within your network. Anyway, so over the last couple of days, again, I don't know if you're a part of the community that I'm in here in Columbus, Ohio, or the Westerville area. I'm not sure where you live in the United States or across the country, but I want you guys to think about three questions I'm about to give you here in a second. But I just want to share a story of two very, very different people, The first gentleman that I was going to share with you earlier is a guy out of Irving, Texas. A year ago, he was a McDonald's All-American, National Player of the Year in his entire state. He was averaging about 30 points a game, basketball. I mean, an incredible talent. They felt like at 17 that he could probably be a lock for the NBA draft and probably go within the first 10 picks. There's another gentleman who is just loved in his community, right? He's been a part of the community for over 30 years. He is a man of the badge. He's helped so many different people. He's assisted so many young people. He's a part of different boards and different organizations. Just two incredible guys. The gentleman of the badge, he's actually been with the police department for 30 plus years. I remember him personally in high school pulling me over, right? Get this, pulling me over on two different occasions. Pulled me over. One time I was going 37 and a 25, did not give me a ticket, actually escorted me and my three partners to the basketball court, watched us play a game, and actually let us be. He was actually one of the security at our high school. Another time I was going 52 and a 45. That time actually followed me home, spoke to my mom, gave me some words of encouragement, and let me be. Didn't give me a ticket either time. Just an incredible guy. Just a heart of gold. Now, the lesson behind these two gentlemen, I want you guys to think about this right now. How much time do you have left? The first gentleman that I talked about, scoring 30 points a game in high school, he was a McDonald's All-American. Last year, he had one of his best years ever. Was a lock for Player of the Year out of Texas. You guys may know his name, Andrew Jones. Actually coming out of last year, he went into the NBA draft combine, and he was a lot to be in there. Like, they wanted him, right? But he said, you know what? I'll decline. I'm going to go ahead and go back to school. I have some unfinished business there, just affecting so many people's lives with his talent and his love for the game. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but here within the past 45 days, this gentleman was informed that he had leukemia. Now, perfectly healthy 19-year-old guy out there, windmills, dunking the ball, could shoot. I mean, incredible talent. After a couple of games, he said that his lungs weren't the same, that he couldn't breathe the same, that his legs were getting getting weary. And he went to the doctors and they told him that he has leukemia, changing his life forever. Within a moment, changing his life forever. With somebody's word, changing his life forever. The other gentleman, again, police force for 30 years. For 30 plus years, has a beautiful family. Again, really loved, very respected in the community. Saturday evening, just simply doing his job, responding to a house call of a home that had actually made a similar call many times before. So, as routine as many things go, and the community that he's a part of is actually a suburb that I actually live in, and responded just as normal, went to the home, and he and his partner were shot and killed. Guys, how much time do you have left? I'm not doing this Facebook Live to scare anybody at all. This is not about my career. This is not about that at all. All right. This is more of an encouragement to you to ask yourself these three questions. And I'm trying to hold myself together. Did I live? Did I love? And did I matter? I need you to really ask yourself those three questions today. A lot of us are running after success. A lot of us are doing things on a daily basis, almost caught in a cyclic way of living. We're doing the same thing over and over. Go to your job, come home, love on your family, go back to work. Hey, I get that. If that's your standard for living, I totally respect that. If that's what you want to do with your life, nothing wrong with that at all. But the reason I brought up these two men's lives is because of the impact that they directly or indirectly had on so many people. You look at Andrew Jones. They did a Sports Center special on him this morning, and every single one of his teammates was bawling. Every single one of his teammates. There was a few other teams that had played them here in the last few weeks, and every single one of them made videos towards this young man telling him to get better. I'm sure 60 days ago he had no idea. He had no idea something like that would come up. He had no idea. He probably thought he was coming down with a cold, with pneumonia or something else, but within a moment, his entire life changed. The officer that went to that house call, he probably had no idea. I know he didn't have any idea. Just as any other day. What's crazy is, even though he helped me in high school, that was years ago, I see him around the community all the time, always in his truck. I always say hello. I just saw him in a public place not too long ago. And within a moment, gone. Guys, what's so funny about life, if you look at one of the time capsules, the sand capsule, whatever it is that you call that thing, where you can tip it upside down, right, and figure out how much sand, and that it's a timer, right, a sand timer, or whatever you call it. I think many of us don't even realize that at the beginning of our lives, we did the same thing. We tipped it upside down and the sand's been running out. But the problem is we don't know right now how much sand is at the top or how much sand is at the bottom. So what are you doing today to make sure that your life matters? What are you doing today to make a significant impact in somebody else's life? You know, we think about our own issues and everything that we have going on in our lives. I'm sure we all have different things that we're going through. I'm positive that we do. That's called life. Right? Life is what happens when you're busy making plans. We are all going through something. But what's to stop you from smiling at somebody today? What's to stop you from calling that person that you haven't talked to here in the last few months, few years, few hours, because of a disagreement that you all may have had? How insignificant. Just calling them and say, hey, you know what? I love you. I truly, truly appreciate you. How much of a difference that could make in their lives. That person that's looking down. Right? We cross people in our past every single day that are looking straight down at the ground because they're having one of those type of days. What's to stop you from saying hello? What's to stop you from saying, hey, those are some incredible shoes. I hope you have an incredible day. Hey, I love those glasses. Paying a compliment. The issue that we're having right now in society is that we're just selfish. We're not cognizant of everything that's going on and how blessed we are to just simply be alive. So what I encourage of you today, if you're not being grateful, if you're not displaying some type of gratitude, understand that around us, and I only gave you two different scenarios. I'm sure you all have your own experiences. I'm sure you all know different people everywhere that have had that one moment when everything changed for them. I'm sure we all have loved ones that we've lost here in the last 12 months, in the last 6 months. But at the end of every single day, I ask myself again, did I live today? Did I do everything that I said I wanted to do? I told a gentleman a little bit earlier, if it doesn't line up with the vision I have for my life, for my spiritual, for my mental, for my physical, for my financial, if it doesn't line up with the vision I have for my life, I cut it out. I completely cut it out. What I'm doing right now lines up with the vision for my life because I needed someone to disrupt my soul a few years ago to let me know to stop just existing. And to begin living, to begin pouring into other people's lives. It's one thing to go after success. It's one thing to go after money, to make millions and millions of dollars. But guess what? I know people that are making $30,000 a year that are way happier than millionaires that I know. So it's not about that. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. So before I belabor this point, guys, if you will, please, did you live? Did you love? Did you matter today? Share this message out to somebody that you love. And I will see you at the top, not from the top, because you deserve it. Have a great day, guys.